Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to Action for the Soul. This week's parsha is actually a double parsha. It's the last two parshiot in the book of Bamidbar, Parshat Matot Masei. These two books end the story of the Jewish people in the desert, and basically, really, the whole entire story, because so much of Devarim, as you'll see, Devarim is called Mishnah Torah. It's the repetition of everything that Moshe gave over to the Jewish people to make sure that we had clarity. We reviewed all the halachot, but I want to focus a little bit today on Parshat Masei. Every parsha has so much to impart, but I only have a few minutes of meaning that I can pass on. So I wanna focus on this one small idea. So we know that Parshat Masei goes through all of the different journeys that the Jewish people go through. Ela ma'asai b'nei Yisrael asher yatzu me'eretz Mitzrayim letzvotam biyad Moshe v'Aharon. These are the journeys of the Jewish people, the children of Israel, that left the land of Egypt according to their camps, according to their legions, biyad Moshe of Aaron, through the hand of Moses and Aaron. So these journeys are, this pasuk tells me something very profound. First of all, it goes through the journeys of the children of Israel. Right, B'nai Yisrael, right? Why do we have to repeat every single stop? We already know where they stopped before. As a matter of fact, throughout all the journey, we know that there were pit stops along the way. So, what is the relevancy to mention these places again? So, well, Chachamim point out that obviously a couple of things here. One is that this is not just a review of the different places the Jewish people encamped, but this is teaching us about life itself. The Baal Shem Tov says that there are 42 journeys, that these are the 42 journeys that are described in the Parshat Masei. The 40 different places where they stopped represent the 42 journeys of every single stage in a Jewish person's life, from birth to death. Each place that they stopped had a purpose. It had a particular challenge. It had a very particular meaning. Just like in our lives, every phase matters, even the hard ones. Everything we go through is difficult. Each encampment represents a different spiritual stage. You have confusion, you have growth, you have clarity, you have return. Sometimes you feel stuck, or you feel like you're sidetracked, you're on a detour, okay? But God is guiding the entire camp. Now, what's also interesting over here is to mention is that the pasuk says that El Masai b'nei Yisrael asher yitzu me'eretz Mitzrayim letzvotam biyad Moshe v'Aharon. When you're going on your journey in life, make sure you have mentorees that are going to be guiding you. Where are these people coming from? Their journey from Egypt. Why do we have to talk about Me'eretz Mitzrayim? Why are we going? That was 40 years ago. We're going through things that happened 40 years ago, and again, this is based on the Baal Shem Tov, who says that everything that you go through in life is part of the program. You are never off track in life. Every stop is part of your soul's unfolding, your time unfolding into the area that you are, and therefore, you don't want to rush through your midbar. You want to take. It's those places where your identity is formed, right? It's through the hardship that you find the most amount of meaning. Rav Jonathan Sachs says, this is a quote, he says that the journey through the wilderness is not just a physical transition, it is the arena in which a people are forged. Character is shaped not in comfort, but in challenge. We go through life and we want comfort, we want things to be easy, but if we think back about the places where we find actual meaning in life comes from the moments in life where we were able to overcome those challenges, right? So lean into those challenges. Don't try to run away from them. Make them yours, because that challenge is designed to help you grow and become something more. Rav Hirsch says that wherever each place that Am Yisrael camped, that was named after what happened there, right? Kivrot Ta'ava, all the names that are preserved for all time. The Torah are teaching you that what we do in each place matters. The place that we go to What we do in those places, they matter. Even moments of failure, which is so often mentioned in the Torah itself, are tools for reflection for future growth. So what the Chumash is saying is that we're going through all these different journeys because we recognize that this is a spiritual map of our lives, and in some places we've grown, in some places we didn't, but we take into account all of it, and we focus on where we have grown the most, and we ask ourselves, what did it take for us to get there? That is Matot Masei. The Torah doesn't just list all the destinations, it's literally listing all of the journeys. Why? Because growth doesn't only happen at peaks. It happens in motion, through ups and downs. Just like your GPS, right? It'll take you, it keeps getting updates based on where you are, but the destination is always the same. We're always going to the same place. No matter what you think you are not doing. We're trying to build something more and profound, something deep and something beautiful. But if you lose yourself to the challenge, the uphill of it, this is too difficult, I'm turning around, you might be missing out on something profound. Parshat Matot opens with the laws of Nedarim, right? And it's connected to Parshat Masei. Our words shape our intentions, and most importantly, they shape our direction. Our words are like coordinates. When we speak with intention, when we align our inner journey with our outer one, when you combine the speech with journey, every word and every stop on our journey shapes our spiritual GPS. It'll determine where we end up. So if you don't have clarity as to where you're going, if you can't articulate where you want to go, if you can't put into words those things that are so important, like who do I want to be, where am I going, what do I want to accomplish, unfortunately, you're probably not going to accomplish much, because the words that we use fuel our external reality. And therefore, I want to end with the following idea. It's going to be a shorter one today. What are the life stops that you have gone through that have changed you? When you look back at those hard times, do you find yourself feeling regret or meaning? What's one way you can be more intentional about your next steps? Are you trying to bring meaning? Everything that we do is should have purpose, right? But we're learning to find meaning, not just in where we're going, but in every single step that we take. I want every moment to be meaning. I know that if we have to choose between something that is simple, easy, comfortable versus difficult, our nature is set in a way where we're going to take that which is more difficult. More simple, more easy. We don't want the challenge. But the Torah is telling us sometimes we don't have control of it. And when you don't have control over it, there's nothing you could do about the situation. And the only thing you could do is lean into it and choose to do something more. That's what Am Yisrael did. When they didn't, by the way, when they didn't want the challenge and wanted it easier, complaining about food, bread, water, whatever it was, that's where they failed their tests. May Hashem bless us that we become people who carry each life stage with chokhmah, with wisdom. And we go through our masei, our journeys through life with eyes that are open, hearts that are strong, a very clear mission that is fueled by the words that we need to articulate to make our lives into something much more profound. Wishing you all a Shabbat Shalom Baruch. Thank you so much for listening. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.